All right. Saturday, the 9th, as I look down on my calendar and it says, hunting season. Like, how exciting. Julie, right? Like, yeah.
It was gone again this morning at 4. Boo.
Yeah. Luke left last night. Like, came home with just enough time to, like, pack up all of the things.
Sorry.
I just told the
Sorry.
You have to be quiet. I'm getting on a call. I can't have Robbie take him anywhere because clearly.
Yeah. It's like going to be 58 today. Like,
yeah, it's really nice.
The woods with all your gear on.
I said, can you just shoot something? I don't care.
Nice.
Something.
Please, can we just get this crap over with?
Nope.
3 weekends.
It hurts to stir the pancakes.
You did it.
Oh. What'd you do?
She bought the work. Works?
Oh.
I don't know what it's called, but she did it. I just did
It's freaking amazing. I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
That's what I said, Caitlin. I was like, ugh.
I'm still scared.
I just did Insanity. That was good.
Wait.
It's so good. So good. He was like, are there any kids around?
Negative.
He was like, here he goes. What did he say? Something like, I need you to be fucking great. If you're not being fucking great, you're doing it wrong. And I was like, I love you.
He's like a breath of fresh air. Like,
Totally.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm a huge fan of it. And like, I love like his stories and like just following his Instagram. Like, he's just really like, he's good. He's real good. Luke is enjoying the program. I didn't think he would. I mean, he's eating cereal and drinking beer all the way through it. But like last week, he's like, man, I'm really going to have to buckle down because this was week 5 for him. So he has 1 week left. And he's like, I'm going to have to do like a straight up like competition prep peak week because my nutrition has sucked. And I'm like, well then, or you're just going to have to say that. Like, my nutrition has sucked, but like I can totally tell a difference. Like, I can see him like leaning out a little bit in his arms and like in his midsection. It's a matter of laying off the Cocoa Puffs at like midnight though. So we'll see.
Damn those Cocoa Puffs.
No, I know. That's terrible though. Like, he's like, he puts cereal on the grocery list and I should just not buy it. But I'm like, no. Let's see if you have any self-control. He doesn't.
Yeah, I'm doing the refresh, and we were at my parents' last night, and Robbie's like, you think you can grab me a piece of pizza? And so I grabbed 2 large pieces, and I was like, yeah, eat them both. Sucker.
I didn't have a big agenda for the call today. I was going to do a Q&A because I know we have some new coaches, and I didn't know if they were going to be getting on or not. But I kind of wanted to just talk about, I still haven't even done the November calendar. Like, I feel like this month is like flying by, and I'm like, wow, how are we on the 9th already? Like, and October was a total blur. Like, I don't even remember October.
No.
Yeah. So I know we have like end of year qualifications starts on the 21st. So anyone that's pushing, I kind of did a big sweep of the downline this last week. And I will say, like, there are a lot of like, holy crap, we could really pull this off kind of moments, you know, like I'm like seeing, you know, like things are getting closer and like, you know, this, if we don't get there by the 21st, we definitely have some great end of year goals that we can shoot for together as a team, individually. And I will say, like, new leader conference is possible for brand new 1-star qualifiers. So that's like something to set your sights on. And I know I think it's February, the first weekend of February. Sarah knows. And I believe you can, like, I brought Luke And you can bring a guest. I don't like Luke couldn't attend any of the meetings and stuff, but like Sarah, you know, you could bring
Eric could come with me.
Yeah, you could bring Eric. Because and if you have more than 25 elite or premier points for the year, then they comp your room. So you don't pay for a hotel room, which is a pretty sweet deal. What I loved about it was like you get to tour Beachbody headquarters. So like there's Sandy like sitting in her office like, hey guys, you know, like as you're walking past and like, you know, you just see things and people and like you see where it all goes down and it's this little, I mean, it's not this huge gigantic building. It's like this little small office building, you know, with a couple floors and the big Beachbody gym is in there. And like there were people in there working out and like the Shakeology bar, like they literally just have a Shakeology bar that you can just walk up to and be like, hey, and you don't pay for anything. It's just complimentary when you work there. You just get to go get Shakeology, whatever, which is really cool. So anyway, that is coming up in the early part of next year.
Julie, put that on your vision board.
Put it on your vision board. Put it on.
You're
your
going to go to LA.
2020 vision. Yeah, that is, yeah. I mean, it's an awesome conference because all of the top leaders come. Like that call, that vision call from the other day, it's like that, but like on crack. Like it's like so much passion and purpose and like the super trainers are there and it's super intimate and you have like a walk around cocktail hour where they provide you with all these delicious eats and drinks and it's all complimentary and like Carl's there and Autumn's there and like all the trainers are there and you're rubbing elbows with like the Beachbody elite and like just
do I get to rub Amala's abs most importantly?
I don't know why.
That seems to be my new life goal.
Yeah. Those abs are real nice.
As of 9 o'clock this morning.
Oh my God.
So and it was really like it was really good for like solidifying why you're here and like taking your business to the next level and like the mindset of, you know, like you kind of turn on leadership a little more and like, okay, like it really doesn't take an intense amount of John Maxwell like therapy for me to do this. Like I can, these are all normal people just like me. Like they just have not stopped. They just have not stopped giving up. They have not stopped, you know, put one foot in front of the other every single day and doing things every day to move your business forward. So one of my big takeaways from that and kind of what I wanted to share today was that like, you know, we would talk to some of the leaders and like some of the leaders would, you know, talk about the business basics and people would ask questions and like nearly every answer was like, I'm just showing up every day in some way, shape or form for my business. Like I'm just, you're packed and ready to go to grandma and grandpa's. I love it. All the back.
Hi.
Love ya.
Oh, I'm going all weekend too.
Let me put you in the car.
Right.
Okay.
But it's like every day something to move your business forward. And I know, you know, it's not always easy to sit down and send out 20 invites a day. It's not always easy to sit down and write a post every day or, you know, think about the content that you're going to create or create a November calendar on the 9th when you still haven't done that yet, like I have. And, you know, all of the things that like seem to compound. And sometimes it's just a matter of breaking it down and saying, and that's why I love to like do call to action posts on certain days of the week and then do my invites the next day and do my follow-ups whenever I can get them. Because I think, you know, sit down because I think, you know,
Can you, so I didn't mean to interrupt your sentence.
no, you're fine.
Can you go over like what are so you said, you know, like one of the things on the Vision 2020 call was what is your minimum? Like, what are you going to do for your business every single day? And then that's what you do no matter what. Like, you don't take your day off of social media. You don't take a, you know, hiatus, whatever it is. But when you say business, whatever you said, income producing
IPA.
activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Introducing activities.
Can you go over like what is it that you do? Like what are your non-negotiables every single day?
Yeah. So for me, I know that like most of my traction, most of my interest for my groups comes from my social media posts and my stories. So I know that every day I'm going to make a point to just show up on social media because I have people that are following me for various things. Those of, like those, usually those like kind of 5 things or whatever, like the main things that I talk about: my family, my faith, my fitness, my food, coaching, and then tacos,
Wine, coffee,
anxiety. Yeah. My children who are currently needing snacks still in the other room, I can hear her. Like, come on now. Oh, there's Angie. Hi, Angie. I'm recording, so we can always, I'll post the recording and you can always hop back on and touch the early part. So I know that every day, like I'm showing up in some form on social media. I'm not doing a call to action post every single day. If I can, over the course of a week, I will try to get 3 or 4 like call to action jabs out there, and same in my stories. Like, I think those are important. I mean, people see them for a 24-hour period. So if I do a call to action post on a Sunday night, and in my stories, or I reference, I kind of go back and forth. And I think that is where, well, I know that's where I pull most of my people from. I like to spend time in the mornings when I'm getting up, going to the bathroom, to look through my viewers on my stories and see if there's anybody new in there and send them a quick message. Hey girl, thanks for the, thanks for the love. I see you popping up in my stories. Hope you're having a great day. I don't know how we know each other. What do you follow me for? What do you like to see more of in my stories? Like random little messages like that just kind of spark a conversation. Sometimes those messages, if I see them popping up in my stories regularly, I just turn it into an invite. They're following me for something. And I can't remember if somebody else said that on the vision call the other night or what call it was. But if somebody is in your stories every day, they deserve an invite because they're following you. They know what you do. They see you. They see what you're doing. If you haven't invited them, it's like you're friends now because they see your whole life every single day. So you might as well just say, hey, are you going to join me or not? Like, are you going to do this with me? I would love to have you. We have an awesome community. You should totally do this with us. And I feel that there is like little to no pressure at all when they are following your stories every single day. Of course, like, yeah, do this with me. And if they don't respond, that's common. They don't respond. Or maybe they're like, oh, I'm already signed up with a coach, or, oh, I just really love your inspiration. Oh, I don't know. Like, why not? Why are you not, if they're like, I just love your motivation. I'm not ready yet. Why not? Why not? And I would love to hear people's excuses because a lot of times it's an excuse. Oh, I can't really afford. Well, let's take a look at what you're spending your money on. Oh, I don't really have the time. BS. Yes, you do. Because we are all extremely busy and we make it work. Or any other factor, I turn that into an invite. A lot of times if it's an income thing, I turn it into a coaching invite. Oh, really? Well, good. Because I was not going to pay. My husband rolled his eyes when he said, you're spending how much money on what? And I said, give me 6 months. I will make it back. Just watch me. And I did. And I turned this little, oh my gosh, I kind of want to do that, into a holy crap, this has become so much more. So I turn those financial objections into a coaching invite. So every day I'm showing up on social media. I'm looking for people from my stories. I'm using my tracker to write down the names of the people that I invite. I'm not writing down names of people that I'm like, hey girl, thanks for following my stories. How are you? How's your day? I'm not writing those people down. I'm only writing down names of people that are interested. Having a Google document or a Google form or a Woohoo form, I think is so extremely important because if somebody's interested, I send that to them. Hey, I saw you were interested in my poll. Do you mind filling this out for me real quick so I can learn a little bit more about your goals and how I can help you? That's it. Keep it simple. And then you have their email address. So then you can scroll through those responses and then you can send them invite every month for your next group because you have their email address. Keep those emails. If you're using Streak, that's a great way to do it. If not, just try to keep a Google spreadsheet. Or you can literally just go back and search your Wufoo applications and see who's all applied. And there is a way to send a mass email in there. So for the course of the year, for my email people, I am putting all of their emails who haven't signed up in a mass email, and I am sending I have a holiday survival group kicking off on December 1st. I would love for you to join me since, I know you were interested this year. I want to help you reach some goals by the end of this year and get you set up for January 2020. What do you say? These are the details. So collecting that email is key because then you're just going to have that forever. And I feel like people are a little bit more receptive to email. And you can include in that email like anything you want because it's an email. Facebook Messenger, like you're ending up sending 15 messages or it just looks like a big giant long spammy paragraph. With an email you can add, and you can add a lot more. You can add a video, you can add a Google Doc, you can add, like enrollment. And I've used that Jen Guthrie sign up email whenever I'm talking to people. And that has worked several times for me. It doesn't work every time. Okay, let me rein it back in here. Okay, so what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis for IPAs, those things. I do like to keep a calendar of like call to action posts. And I do like to do call to action posts several times during the week. This week I feel like has been a total blur. But usually I do a transformation Tuesday and then I invite on Wednesday. I like to do a throwback Thursday occasionally. I might invite from it if it's like a transformation-ish type throwback Thursday. I like to do coaching posts on like Sundays and Wednesdays typically. And then I usually invite that following day from that. Or I'm collecting a list of people and then maybe I can't get any invites done like in bulk. So maybe on Friday I'll sit down and I'll go back through all those people that I haven't talked to yet and I'll send them a message. Saturdays and Sundays, I feel like Sundays are a better day to get people signed up because they know that Monday is like, oh my gosh, fresh start, new day. So I typically try to do a lot of my follow-ups from that week on Sunday. Sarah, you look like you're going to say something.
Yeah. I've also been really successful with sending invites on Friday after school. A ton of people get paid on Friday nights or on Fridays. So they're more apt to spend that money. And then you're having a conversation with them and following up with them through that weekend. So they're ready to start on Monday. So you have that weekend to sign them up. So Friday invites have always been really successful for me. Or Thursday night.
And I just posted, I love that mompreneur challenge group guide. Like today's post was Shakeology. And I don't feel like I talk enough in the challenge groups about Shakeology, Performance Line, Energize. And I feel like that is, because sometimes we do a free trial for somebody and they like the workouts. Sometimes they bought a challenge pack a year ago and then they stopped using Shakeology right away and they still are like failing at nutrition. I feel like those posts in there sometimes help, and sometimes engaging your challenge group with how do you feel, like today's post was about Shakeology. How do you feel using Shakeology? Have you noticed a difference when you use it versus when you don't? Somebody the other day in our group was talking about muscle soreness. And I was like, are you using Recover? And she's like, no, what's that? And I'm like, what? Like, let's talk about these things, Energize. Like, these are things that like, and I don't want to just post about them so people buy them and I can make money, because they work. I post about them because we know that they work. If your muscles are sore, you need something that's going to help your muscles recover. And if you can't like rush upstairs real quick and eat a chicken breast and some potatoes and some broccoli, like at 6:02 in the morning, like, come on, we know that this is an easier thing to do than doing that. And a lot of times people don't get enough protein in their daily diet. They're not getting enough of the right nutrients. So these are solutions that help. We see them work. We see that people that are more committed to Performance Line and Shakeology and that are using it daily are more prone to stick to their workouts, to stick to their schedule, to get the results. And I think that that's important that we share that and we engage that in our groups too. I don't talk enough about products on my social media. And I know that I probably need to do more of that, because if people are following us for fitness and nutrition and we're just talking about our workouts, then we're not giving them enough of what they potentially need. And I think like my best 2 months in this business were when To Be Mindset launched and when Ultimate Portion Fix launched. And that just sits in the back of my mind. And I'm like, I have to do more for nutrition to help my people. I have to make nutrition a priority for people. And it's 80% of our results. So where we can post about our workouts and stuff all the time, I think it's so very important to share more of the nutrition piece, especially when we preach balance, especially when we have the pizza on the Friday night, when we have a cocktail on Saturday, when we, eat a couple pieces of Halloween candy. Like, these are the things that like most people on a crash diet don't get to do, because they're being told that they have to eliminate all of these things in order to lose weight, and they don't. So so anyway, I kind of just went off on a rant about that, but I had coffee and pre-workout today. It's all 5 hours of sleep. Oh, anyway, what else? What else do we have? Sarah, was that good? Was that helpful? Anything? Yeah? Okay. Sometimes you just...
I just think sometimes we talk about and just bundle them as income producing activities, and we don't really talk, like we kind of gloss over like, okay, what are they?
Yeah.
And so I wanted to, for my own sake, but then for everybody else's too, because there are so many new people in here, like when I have that conversation of, okay, these are the things that we're doing daily.
Right.
Even when I'm traveling, and Ashley, you can talk to that too, and Caitlin, you can talk to, going back to work after being off. Like, even when life is busy, these are the things I'm doing no matter what. I may not be sending out 15 invites at night or sitting down, but I'm checking into my group and I'm showing up on social media. And I think that's still income producing activity.
Mm-hmm. And I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and we were talking about bothering people, like about, what if I feel like I'm bothering people, like when you message someone and you're like, I don't want to bother that person, and I think about this, like I look at all 6 of us on this call right now. I look at, the 90 some people that are in our team. I look at the 175 women that are in our challenge group. I look at the traction that we get on our social media, in our stories, that like people are genuinely interested. And I think about this, like, are any of you bothered by the fact that you signed up to be a coach, to start a health and fitness journey, are you annoyed right now that like you are leading a healthier lifestyle? Are you like mad about the weight loss or the abs or the results? Like, I think about that and I'm like, oh my gosh, had my coach Deidre never posted about coaching, I don't know that I ever would have signed up. And like, not to sound like a jerk, but like none of us would be here right now on this call, and I think about like our challengers that like have had results, that like Caitlin has lost 80 pounds this year. Is that what you said? 60?
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. And I think about like, the people that have struggled with yo-yo dieting and that have finally found balance, the people that have struggled with the mental health stuff, the anxiety, the frustration, that have built so much more confidence and have leaned in and have found so much more because of this. And that's why I think it's selfish not to invite people. And that's why I think we should be doing more. And if that means that every morning when you get up and you're taking your morning poop, you're scrolling through your stories and you're inviting 10 people and you're saying, oh my gosh, I see you watching me every single day, and I would love to do this with you. Please, let's do this, link arms, and let's do this together. Oh my gosh, at the very least, give me 30 days. And if your life isn't better in 30 days, peace out. You can refund your whatever and be gone. But I promise you this, like, this community has changed my life. And that is what I think when I sit down. And if it takes going back to listening to that Vision 2020 call over and over again and like writing all of the Post-it notes and sticking them on your computer and every morning sitting down and writing out 5 affirmations about why you're such a badass and why you're such an amazing coach, then do it, because God bless, this team has so much potential, and I see it in everybody, not just on this call, but in our team, anybody that's signed up. And it is like, as a mama coach, it makes me so proud to see all of these changes filter through our groups and to like hear about them and like to see the lives that we're impacting on a day-to-day basis. And we can do more. I know we can. And I'm not just saying that because I want to see like successful points and stuff like that. Like that crap doesn't matter. That's great. I love, yay, great. Yes, let's put those goals on our board. But come on, like we can do more. We can help.
Yeah, but I think
do better.
I think the thing that I kind of cycle in and out of with the whole, I feel like I'm annoying people and inviting them. Like none of us think twice in saying, "Oh my gosh, we went to this restaurant and the pizza was so good, you should go." So why do I let myself get uncomfortable in inviting somebody to this magical, mythical community that is actually working? I mean, that's what I'm writing out now. It's like all the things that have happened in my challenge group this week so that I can say, these are real human beings who are actually doing this. These are real people that I hear from. This is not photos from the internet. This is not some massive, 3,000 people group where some people check it. No, these are real people doing this and it works. So I just cycle in and out of discomfort of inviting and then watching somebody sign up with somebody else and going, dang it, I should have invited them. So
I think that's important too. Like I posted about Costco street tacos, and I'm not kidding you. I had 150 comments. I've had people stop me, like randomly in a store, or they stopped me at school or what, and they're like, I just want you to know I got the Costco street tacos, and now we get them every week.
yeah,
Posted about Starbucks the other day. So did Amanda. Like people are commenting on those things. Like they look for us for advice. So even if they're only commenting on your tacos and your coffee, they're seeing
they're
all
listening.
the other advice that you're giving them.
Yep.
Real friends. Yep. I have real friends. They exist.
Mhm.
I agree.
And I'm just
Real friends and real food.
what's up, homies? I'm just trying to figure out how to capture that effectively, because I feel like so often, like all these things are happening in my group where I want to screenshot it or share a photo or share a post or something, that I feel like it's not concise enough. Like if I type out all the things that's happened, if it doesn't look like someone else has done it, do people believe that I'm not making it up? It's like, just like we do with filling up spots in our group. I have 5 spots left kind of stuff. I don't want people to think that I am fabricating this. Like this is for real. How do I take my list of this person finished this workout, this person's lost this many pounds, this person's found new confidence, and go, boom, here, this is why we do what we do. That's my challenge. I don't know.
I feel like sometimes like trying to like write it out is challenging, because I feel like am I telling a story? Like I want someone to convey this as real. Like I'm not just typing a story. Like I'm not just typing a post to type a post. So sometimes that means like maybe I need to send more voice messages or video messages so somebody can see my face and like know that I'm not just like copy pasting a message. Or
I
like
have to go live.
Maybe I should go live on my, because I think about that. Like I was live in the group the other day talking about like how to like how to do gratitude journaling, like how to, and I'm like, I should probably go live on like my like page and talk about that, because that's like something that I struggled with, and I think about those things that like, the videos that I've done in the past where I've talked about meal, like I've done a live video on meal planning, meal prep on like Sunday nights in my kitchen while I'm doing that. And like, I know how helpful that is for people, you know, and like, and it's like stuff like that that I'm like, man, I should probably, you know, like if it feels
I
like
used to do that. Why
what
don't I do that anymore?
I know, right? Like I know there's like all like that would be so, but it's like
Yeah.
the most basic, simple things. I feel like sometimes we tend to overcomplicate them so much, and like it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be scripted. It doesn't have to be like it just comes from here. Like it just comes from a place of like, you know, and like I think sometimes the best way to convey that is just to like say it, you know, that
Talk about it.
yeah, just to talk. And like sometimes that means a live video and that's scary and stuff, but like I don't know.
I'm doing it. All right.
You're doing it. What else do we have? Any questions, anything anybody wants to cover?
I don't.
Angie, were you going to say something?
So earlier you said you use the Google form to like ask them their goals.
Mm-hmm.
So do you just create a form in Google Docs?
Yeah. Yeah. There's Google Forms.
I'm very technology behind, I feel like, when it comes to internet stuff and email stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I do computer programming for a living, but all the social media stuff, I have no clue.
So I used Wufoo, WUFOO initially. And I like Raina Odell is a top 10 coach and she still uses Wufoo. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using Wufoo. I have switched to Google just because, some of my blog posts from my old blog still have Wufoo applications attached. So every now and then I'll get a Wufoo pop up and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that still works. But I've mainly switched to Google Forms. And what I like about that is the only thing that you have to do in there is like you have to go in and click on add-ons and then update your notifications because it will only update you every 10th application that you get. So you just have to change it over to one. But it's Google Forms. And I just do, I can send you mine and you can, you know, use whatever. But I just ask a few questions like name, email, how did you hear about this? You know, what is your current nutrition like? What's, you know, what do you do for fitness? You know, what goals are you working on or why are you interested in this challenge or whatever? And I think that kind of just, and then I feel like if they fill that out, there is no reason why we should not be signing them up because they are committed. Like they are interested. They are like, they have done more than most. And then, you know, if somebody's interested, like if they click on my poll or if they, you know, give me a thumbs up on my post or something, and then I send them that and I'm like, hey, will you fill this out for me real quick so I can get some more information? And they don't fill that out. If they can't even fill that out, I feel like they're not, I mean, yeah, I'm still going to talk to them and still have a conversation with them, but I'm also going to know that like, probably not, if they can't commit to like filling out a quick 30-second questionnaire, chances are like they can't commit to a 30-day program or something. So
I just copy everything that Ashley sends me.
yeah.
Do you PM it to them or how do you get the form to them?
Yeah.
Like if you see somebody who's following like some of your posts and you want to send them the form.
Yeah. So usually like my invite will be a, hey, I saw you were interested on my post. I would love to have you do this group with us. Can I send you some more information? And
You just
then
send a personal message with that?
yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll send it. Usually I'll ask, can I send you some more info? And then they'll say yes. Or I'll talk about like, you know, I have my next holiday survival group coming up starting on December 1st. I know you were interested in the past. Is this something that, you know, would you be interested in a spot for this group? Or can I send you some more information? And they'll either say yes, or, you know, I would love more information, or they won't respond, or they'll say, no, I'm not, you know, at this time or whatever. But yeah, usually just a PM, whether it's Facebook Messenger or Instagram. But like everybody that I've had interested this year that has signed up, they're getting an invite for my holiday survival group. Everybody that's watching my stories right now is getting invites to my current November group just to work through the rest of this month, get them started, and then finish this year strong together. Christina said, I work for State Farm. It's all in persistence, follow-up. Don't give up on them when you sign up. I deal with it on a daily basis. It doesn't discourage me from reaching out in a few weeks. Sometimes people aren't in the right phase of their life. Absolutely. And that happens all the time. Like, you'll have a conversation with somebody and like, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to follow up with them. And then, you know, they'll message and be like, okay, I think I'm ready, you know, and it might take 6 months. It might take 12 months. But, you know, I always say be here in a year, because, you know, not only can your trajectory of business change in a year, but somebody that has been watching you, it might take them that long to like build trust, first of all, and then like get over their own insecurities and excuses and stuff to finally have the courage to ask. And I remember that message not too long ago where somebody said, oh my gosh, it's taken me so long to build up the courage to ask you about your group. And that's probably more people than you know, and if, you know, for every one person that sends that message, there's probably 10 or 15 other ones that still haven't had the courage to ask. So, so that's why we ask. I know we talked about this the other day, about signing people up as coaches, and I default to that all the time, not because I know it is going to build my business-ish, and, you know, take my business to the next level, but because I feel like, you know, what if you post in the group something about the 25% discount and then somebody's like, wait, what's the 25% discount? Like, I don't know about that. How come I'm not getting that discount? I feel like it's when you enroll someone to have the conversation with them about signing them up as a coach. If you are building your business to the next level, first, you're going to get a fast start bonus for signing up that person as a coach. And then you're going to get the volume generated through your downline as well when you as a coach. So it's kind of a double bonus there. And then if you're building toward Emerald, you know, you're going to stabilize your Emerald by signing up more people as coaches. If you're building towards your next rank, you're going, and you never know who, you know, is signed up as a coach, that all of a sudden they may be like, oh, my God, signed up under me because she saw what I was doing and I just told her I was signed up as a coach. I don't know how I did it, but I signed her up underneath me, and like now I think I want to coach. And you never know who may want to do more. And just giving them the opportunity. And I did put a little onboarding thing in the team page. I created a unit onboarding with my new coach email that I send to people. We are going to kick off a new coach training on Monday. That 10 email series is the emails that I'm sending to my new coaches. And that's just new as of the last few months. So I like to, if you're using, you can schedule, I don't know anything about that. But if you're using Gmail, you can schedule those emails to go out every day. So if that's, if I can remember to send an email every day, schedule it. Or every night, you know, before you go to bed, schedule it for the next day. And you can schedule them days in advance and stuff too. So, so that 10 email series breaks everything down. It's super helpful. Angie, I know you got all the emails. And there's a lot of content in there, but it's something that they can go back to. And then I don't feel like we have to continually like have Facebook groups all the time, new group, you know, all that. So I am doing that Facebook group training on the app now. So what we will do, I will do from here on out, and it was just like that national wake up call. That's where my new coach training will be. And I'm just going to recreate the content every month, redo the content, and just get a post library in there so you can just kind of copy and paste everything. So kind of keeping it simple. Keep it simple. All right. I think that's all I have. Does anybody have anything else? Christina, it takes an average of 6 follow-ups to get someone to sign up. Yeah, I think that's extremely accurate, if not more. Sometimes it feels like 16. And that's okay. I mean, I went back and forth with Deidre for 3 months. And I literally told her, yep, I'm signing up today, probably 12 times. And she was like, oh my gosh, can you stop? And just like, can you not? You're lying to me. You are not signing up today. But it was all about timing. And 1 month after my birthday, I used my birthday money and I bought a challenge pack. And I'm extremely glad that I did. So, and I like literally my Shakeology and my coach fee billed the next month. And I called her and I was like, I'm not paying for all that stuff. Why am I? And she was like, no, you want to be a coach. This is what's going to happen. And I was like, well, I'm not paying for all these things. And she was like, well, your Shakeology is 25% off. Like, this wasn't even explained to me when I signed up as a coach. Like, I was just clueless. Like, there was no coach training. There was no, like, she told me get to Emerald. And I was like, how do I do that? And she was like, sign up 2 people. And I was like, okay. And then I did. And I was like, what's next? And she was like, get to Diamond. And I was like, how do I do that? And she was like, sign up 8 more people and get 2 of them to Emerald. And I was like, okay. And then I did. And then I was like, what's next? And she was like, keep doing that over and over and over again. And I was like, okay, can I do a training or something? And she was like, yeah, in the back office, there's some stuff. You can watch some videos. And that's what I did. I like literally the DVD that comes with your challenge pack when you sign up as a coach. I watched that DVD. Like, who even watches? Everybody uses that for a coaster. Like, who even watches that? Yeah, I did. And I listen to podcasts all the time. So IPAs, inviting, sign people up as coaches, talk to people every day online, be on social media, listen to personal development or read it. And then just do your workouts and drink your stuff and you're good. Yeah, that's it. Keep it simple. All right, y'all. Happy Saturday. I will be recording up soon. Let's take a pic. We're all here. Might as well. Christina, you want to see her face? What's her face, girl?
Just for a hot second.
She's like, I'm doing my invites from the bathroom.
Oh,
There she is.
there she is. She's in bed. God love ya.
Hold on, let's close this chat so nobody knows all of our secrets. Really all right, ladies. Cheese. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.